Hey interwebs, it's JackitK, and welcome back to the Chronological Adventures of Sonic Adventure. So we've cleared each of the characters' story, from Sonic to EO1 to Gamma. When you do this on any save file, a new option will appear, Supersonic. I wonder what that could possibly be. Why don't we find out? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the finale of Sonic Adventure.
Ooh, I hate that Sonic! He always seems to get in my way! Well, my master plan! Chaos!
The Master Emerald is where it belongs. But Angel Island is still falling. That doesn't make any sense. Maybe those Chaos Emeralds that I brought back with me have something to do with what's happening. I'll take them to Sonic for his advice.
This is terrible! Chaos
Is what?
Guess Eggman learned his lesson. Yep. And maybe I'll take another vacation somewhere.
Sonic!
Hey there, Tails! Did you find the tornado too?
Never mind that. Get up and follow me. Angel Island is falling again.
Hey, no way! Who blew it this time?
Oh, I don't know, but we better hurry.
Again? Can this island ever get a break? Now, y'all remember where that is, don't ya? We just gotta go through that cave, make our way up to Red Mountain, and that island with the Master Emerald we pass by every time we go to that area. That's where we gotta go. I'll admit it kinda tripped me a bit exactly where you go on Angel Island, cause it isn't right at the entrance like you would think. You kinda have to go towards the back right side of the place in order to trigger the next cutscene, but you'll see what I mean when we get to it via gameplay. Oh geez, I really hope everyone's alright, and the island just fell from some freak accident, and it's not because someone is in terrible danger or something. Because one was right around here. Oh, there they are.
Sonic, sorry.
Knuckles! And Eggman! What happened here?
He stole my Chaos Emeralds. And Chaos is still alive.
What?
Ah! He's not gonna get away with this!
Hey, Eggman, wait up! Sonic, Chaos is a fearsome beast. If he gets that last Chaos Emerald, we're done for.
No need to explain. We'll get on it. Tails?
Right.
What?
Oh, jeez. This place. It looks familiar. It's not a dream after all.
Get out of my way!
No way!
Did you hear what I said?
I won't obey!
We need those 7 emeralds to give us total power. It's power for the people. And they are your people too, you know. We must get that emerald.
Greed is our enemy. Once it starts, you will always want more. Please don't do this. I beg you.
Ah! I don't listen to the words of a child. Ready, men? Charge!
Father!
Oh, it's a monster! No!
Hey, are you all right?
I think so. Oh my gosh! No, no, no!
Wait up! Ready? Go!
The 7 emeralds are the servers. Chaos is power enriched by the heart. The controller serves to unify the chaos. The 7 emeralds can change our thoughts into power. If this emerald controls that power, please, you must stop him. Sonic, wake up!
I was on a snooze cruise, I guess.
Good thing you're okay. You just sort of conked out there. Knuckles left already. Come! We gotta go after the last emerald.
Lead the way.
It should still be on board the Tornado too.
But Tails, didn't you leave that Tornado 2 on the A carrier that crash landed and no doubt the ship went down with it? Speaking of crash landings, hey, I made a shortcut. Now, let's make sure everything is distributed properly when it comes to blame. Yes, I did not fall through the floor, so don't get mad at the game for being glitchy. This time. But can you blame me for thinking that it wasn't a gap from the way the hill was? Like, the hill was so high and it felt like I was just gonna run downhill for a little bit, but nope. Welcome to my doom, and speaking of doom, we gotta go through the jungle. Oh wait, I forgot, the game's not that cruel.
It's the tornado too!
Yeah, so let's get the Chaos Emerald and leave. What? No! He's got the last emerald!
Now what do we do?
We are screwed, screwed, screwed. We are screwed, screwed, screwed. Here's a city, nice and calm. We are so screwed. The city is functioning just fine now, but wait, we will be so screwed. We are screwed, screwed. We are screwed, screwed, screwed. People bustling across the towns. They don't got a clue. The rushing water's coming to the surface to meet their doom. We are screwed.
If I wasn't just dreaming, that monster is a real menace. Eggman! Looks like he's after Chaos too.
If Eggman tools made because something like this could happen, you have defied your masters to make me sick. Now, destroy them all.
I've had enough. Who do you think you are, anyway? Oh, it's you. The one who sealed chaos in the Master Emerald. Tikal.
My heart has always been in the Master Emerald along with Chaos's. Now he's filled with anger and sadness. And if it goes on, he'll eventually destroy the world like he did before. Look! He's absorbed the Emerald's power. He must be sealed in the Master Emerald now.
How can that help? It won't change how he feels inside, will it? His heart will still remain in turmoil, and his anger just won't vanish. He'll just be trapped forever.
What choice do we have?
Hey, Sonic!
Amy!
Here, take this!
Hey guys, what's up?
Chaos only used the negative power of the emeralds. Sonic, you should be able to harness their real power.
As much as I hate to admit it, I think Tails is right about this.
Go, Sonic! Yeah, Sonic! Sonic! Sonic!
Negative forces aren't the only wasting power of the Chaos Emeralds. Our positive feelings toward each other can make them work. Our hearts together form awesome power.
It is time for the showdown against Perfect Chaos. Man, this song. You know what? I'm gonna let you guys listen to it for a little bit. So, boss, as you saw, I didn't really do too much, so how are you supposed to beat this guy? Well, as I'll demonstrate this time, you start on the opposite side of Chaos, and have to rush across what's left of this street to hit Chaos head-on at top speed. So you quote-unquote run all the way to the other side, avoiding obstacles and attacks he might throw at you, to assure they hit him as fast as possible. You can usually indicate if you're going fast enough, because Supersonic's Aurora will turn from yellow to blue. That's your main indication that you're actually getting them. But if you're good enough like me, it is possible to hit them without hitting that top speed. It's just a good visual aid. A technique I like to use to improve my chances, especially when I'm not in the blue Aurora, is to jump right before heading into Chaos. That way I don't have to pinball as much up, and my momentum can carry me up higher than it normally would. Maybe I'll demonstrate it here? I don't think that's quite what I intended with that jumping technique, but that definitely works. I somehow use his attacks to my advantage. Onwards to Phase 2, where we lose the awesome music, in exchange for this technically more dramatic music, but not as... I don't want to use the term epic, because that's what the kids use these days, and it's got another definition. But I think that's what the kids these days would call it, epic. I would call it like rockin', amazing, things like that. I guess that works too. And yeah, this phase is a little bit harder. I may actually die here. Yeah, you can die. If you haven't noticed, we are technically on a time limit. If you're really observant, you've probably noticed by now that my ring counter is going down whenever I don't collect rings. As per tradition with the Sonic series, whenever you go super, it actually runs off your ring counter. So when you run out of rings, you run out of Supersonic. And ever since the day Supersonic was introduced into the final boss fights of these sorts of games, you run out of Supersonic, you die. Yep. On one hand, I appreciate the ring respawns, cause I'll need them. Actually, I'm not even paying attention if the rings respawn when the game reloads or not. I assume it would, cause why else would they need to reload the stage? And yeah, he's definitely attacking a lot more, and while it doesn't hurt me per se, it pushes me back, it kills my momentum, pretty much making it impossible for me to get enough speed to hit him properly. I'll be honest though, it's been a while since I've last done this boss fight, so it's my excuse. I feel I might have been able to do a little bit better if I was more practiced, but we got 20 freaking lives. It's the last video of the series. Why not drag it out a little bit? 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Who am I kidding? We're not gonna do this. Well, I finally got a hit off. Just in time to die after we load this up, even though we all know my doom is inevitable and this cutscene is pointless. Like, oh wow, I wasn't even like falling in the water to my doom, because we know.
You'll turn into a bolt of lightning. That's your chance to attack chaos.
Bolt of lightning, that's what we're gonna call it. Yes, I'm so glad I can actually refer to her by name now. Although, she stopped being a ball of light at this point, so I don't quite get how it works. I'm just gonna chalk it up to game logic and game design. Yeah, we'll just go with that. Gotta admit, this whole story is pretty good for a Sonic game. Like, it's the perfect amount of lightheartedness, darkness that the series really needs. Like, anything more than this, we get Sonic Forces, and that isn't exactly known for... Yeah, I'll just admit, it doesn't help that I've never really been a huge fan of dark stories, but I don't think Sonic games can pull it off well. Seems like every time they try to get too dark and serious, the game just doesn't work, like, from a storytelling point. The gameplay can still be great, not that I'm thinking of any examples, but it's... I feel like Sonic games have a delicate blend between lightheartedness, cheesiness, while still having some room for serious storytelling. And even when they're too lighthearted and cheesy like Sonic Colors, there's a little bit of charm to it. Because I'll admit, Sonic, if you're not a fan of cheese, I can perfectly see why you wouldn't like Sonic Colors. And since I name dropped it, I might as well not hide it anymore. I don't think Sonic Forces pulled off the good blend of storytelling that Sonic games really need to actually feel fun, let's just say. I can understand the appeal of wanting a more serious Sonic game, but I feel like this game does it pretty darn well. I mean, this city is in frickin' ruins! People have inevitably died! I'm sure the game would argue that nobody's dying, that's what keeps it from getting too dark. But let's be real here. This city is a mess. This city been flooded, windows and buildings destroyed, the roads are completely gone. This is not lighthearted, no copyright law in the universe is gonna stop me kind of haha funny Sonic game nobody ever is inconvenienced at all. This is pretty climatic, all things considering. This being has screwed up the city beyond reasonable repair. And if we don't stop him, the whole world could fall to this mess. I think that's a pretty darn climatic scene for a Sonic game. And it's all about having to go into little details like Sonic being tortured, supposedly, but you kind of doubt that's the case because it doesn't have any effect on the overall story. Or fighting against Eggman turning into a flat-out war and resulting in quotes like, "War is not supposed to be fun," and, well, I'll admit that one sucked. You get my point though. I feel this game pulls off climax better than most Sonic games that try to be too serious. And the story overall fits my personal preference when it comes to a blend between serious storytelling and lighthearted fun. That's probably why I like this game so much. Well, minus how much fun I have with the Tails gameplay. This game just has a good blend when it comes to story. It knows when to be serious, but it doesn't take itself too seriously. Even if a lot of those moments where the game doesn't take itself too seriously, it's more because it didn't age well, rather than it being intentional. Like the lip syncing and some of the amazing quotes that have come out of this game, like, "I wonder whatever happened to Sonic," and "Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! The little things just add to the charm of this game. I'll go more into my overall thoughts during the credits, but I really don't want to interrupt this.
Chaos has changed again, this time for the better.
Yeah! Supersonic must have neutralized it, so it's nice again.
These are the Chow you were protecting. They stayed alive for generations and now live peacefully with humans. The fighting's over, harmony's restored, and life goes on. Thank you so much.
All's well that ends well, right? Sonic?
Remember when I said this game had a good blend of just being a fun time while having serious moments? I'll admit, I almost took that back. Cause that ending started out pretty good. Harmony was restored. We had a nice touching scene with Chaos and the Chows and the call. The music was grand and everything was fine, and then we got All's Well That Ends Well in front of a city of broken ruins. Okay, just adds to my point that sometimes this game is funny without even trying. So there may be a slim chance that that was a perfect example of how this game works. Plus, I feel like I gotta defend Sonic at the end there a bit. I mean, it was easy to miss, but we had a tiny clip of Eggman just flying away, and there is room to interpret that Sonic was just going after Eggman. He was not abandoning the city completely in ruins. Let's be fair though, even if he was, what is a hedgehog gonna do to repair a city? A hedgehog that's really only good for beating up bad guys? I don't know, I shouldn't be making excuses for him, but there's room for interpretation there is my point. But it is easy to make the joke. Now, before I burn up all my time, I might as well give my overall thoughts in this game and the series as a whole. I'll admit, when I first picked up Sonic Adventure, it was after picking up Sonic Adventure 2. But to be fair, this was way back when the GameCube was the current gen console. Remember those days, guys? My first two games for the GameCube were Tarzan, that was more on my sister's side getting, and on my side of getting was Sonic Adventure 2. battle. So I'll admit, when I first played this game as a kid, it was a bit jarring to go from Sonic Adventure 2 to Sonic Adventure, especially since I thought Sonic Adventure was a sequel because it was called Sonic Adventure DX. Or more so, my brain was thinking, sure, one's the original and one's a sequel, but they would surely not release the first Sonic Adventure before the second Sonic Adventure, right? And yet, that's how I got it, and that's how it went down. So going from Sonic Adventure 2 to Sonic Adventure probably influenced my opinions on it early on. We'll just leave it at that. Because I don't remember if I hated it. I think I still liked it, sort of, but I was just confused, because Sonic Adventure 2 did improve some things from the original. So you can imagine how jarring it would be to go from playing the newer game first to playing the older one. It just confused me a lot, like something felt off. And it wasn't for a few years later that I realized, oh, that's why the game felt off. I was playing the original thinking that it was a sequel, when it was the other way around. Oh duh, no wonder it felt like that. It's really weird though. As I've gotten older, I've appreciated this game even more. It's been a little while since I played Sonic Adventure 2. I'm kind of wondering if it actually holds up. There's just a lot more goofiness, I guess, to this game that makes it more fun than Sonic Adventure 2. Plus there's more diversity in the gameplay. So when I do play Sonic Adventure 2 again, I'm going to have to really think about which one I end up liking more. I definitely like the Tails gameplay of Sonic Adventure 1 than Sonic Adventure 2. And that probably has a big influence of why I like this particular game so much. But just all the practice runs I've done in this game, just how much I've had to play it for this series, I definitely wouldn't have gone through this project all the way if I wasn't enjoying the game. And just for playing it over the past 5 years, or even less time, I've grown to really appreciate it for what it is. This game is not perfect. This game has not aged well. And I can see the argument about this game being not well made. But I acknowledge the fact that this was originally for the Sega Dreamcast, pretty much right around N64, early PlayStation era. One of the first 3D Sonics. 3D gaming in general is still pretty new. So I take it for what it is. Especially since I do find more and more fun bugs with every time I play. Not quite up to the PC level version, but that's a story for another time. I will say though, the reason I decided to do the GameCube version was partly because of the horror stories I heard about the PC version. So all that does to me is just justify why this game needs a complete remake from the ground up, but yeah, I can see why they wouldn't want to go back to it. I will buy it if it happens though. You hear me, Sega Sonic Team? If you ever do decide to remake Sonic Adventure and not just port it and update the graphics, inevitably breaking it even more, PC version, I will buy it and play it. Man, these credit scenes never seem to feel long enough for me to spiel on everything, so I think I will eventually make a video where I go through my personal opinions on each character's stories, even the ones that I technically done on end slates in the past, just to make sure I cover all my bases. Plus, a certain purple cat got left out of the spotlight. I'll admit, the only thing I didn't really like about making this series was all the trouble I had to go through because this game runs on frickin' autosave, and that memory card pretty much getting completely wiped out issue I had near the end of the project. That sucked. But at least I had the passion for the game to get me through it all. As for when or if I'll be doing Sonic Adventure 2, let's just say it's very likely. I'm sure I'll get around to it eventually, as long as I'm still doing video commentaries in the next 5-10 years or so. Maybe it shouldn't take that long, but point being, as long as I'm still making videos long enough for me to actually get around to it, I'll happily do it. Even do it the same way that I've done this project, especially since it's a lot easier to edit that game in chronological order than it is to do this game. That was quite a process. It wasn't even the editing that was the hard part, it was just deciding what the closest order I could get was. Because I'll admit, there was a forum post online that I've been pretty much relying on as a bookmark. But I took a few civil liberties every now and then because I just felt there was one scene in particular or so that felt more appropriate at A rather than the B that was listed on the guide. Man, I'm definitely going to have to do a separate video because I've had to cut some of my rambling out already, and I'm still at least 10 minutes beyond the actual ending of the credits, I feel. I've been JackitK though, and before I kill my voice, I'm going to bid you all farewell. Thank you all for watching this project. Be sure to leave any feedback. It's always appreciated to see that people are interested in the stuff I do. I know I have other projects that I've been meaning to go back to. Yellow vs. Leaf Green, I don't think I'm going back to quite yet, but it's on the back of my mind. And I do have a first through already recorded from beginning to end, and a good chunk of it edited. So I'll probably start uploading that after this goes up, if not sooner. So I hope you look forward to that. Take care.